Hi, Carrie. I hope you are well today. How are
I'm
you
fine.
doing?
I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you
Okay,
for
well,
having me.
absolutely. I'm glad to hear that. So today I'm actually going to be, first and foremost, this session will be taped because I would like this just for my personal reference and just for my personal guidance. Like we talked about in our last session, I will be filming this session interpreting your career maturity results if that's okay with you.
That's fine. Thank you.
Okay, so like I said, I'm going to interpret your career maturity inventory results today. And if you have any questions or concerns after the session, I'll be more than happy to discuss it with you. All right?
Yes, fine. Thank you.
All right. So, as I told you during our last session, the career maturity inventory is used for teaching students the process of career decision making, and as well as help students gain career maturity and gain personal insight, should we say, in the processes of making career decisions. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so the primary uses of the career maturity inventory is to measure the maturity of a person's attitudes and competencies necessary to make a realistic career choice. And so I know that you were talking to me about your concern for your future and what you want to do after high school. So I thought that this inventory would give us a little bit more direction and a little bit more insight as to what it is that we should specifically focus on just in regards to your future. Okay? So does that make sense, all of that so far?
So far, I understand.
Okay, so as you remember, the inventory consisted of 24 questions, and the readiness scale and score is based on the questions from the confidence, the curiosity, and the concern scales.
What are those scales?
Okay, yeah, I'll be happy to discuss the difference between those scales for you. The confidence scale, it actually measures the extent to which an individual has faith in their ability. So to make wise and realistic career decisions. So the concern scale, it measures the extent in which an individual is involved in the career decision making process. And the curiosity scale measures the extent to which an individual is seeking information and exploring information about different occupations and what their requirements are.
So, how did I do on those scales?
So we're going to discuss that actually because that's going to be part of the interpretation. There's actually the last scale also, but that's not part of our result measure. It's the consultation scale, and that measures the extent to which an individual seeks assistance in career decision making by asking or requesting information from others. So now we're actually going to be discussing your scores. So, based on your answers from the career maturity inventory, there seems to be an uncertainty just in regards to your abilities, your future career, and also in regards to yourself. So, your score was low, particularly in the concern, curiosity, and confidence scales. Though I did see that in in regards to consultation, it seems as though you have been asking about various careers and you've been seeking assistance in understanding various careers and the process for that. So let's discuss where your scores were low. Concern, curiosity, and confidence. So, in regards to the concern scale, these are the various interventions that can be taken just for progress. Okay, so because we know that you scored low in these scales, then now I'm going to be giving you and I'm going to be giving you various interventions that can be taken. Just so there might be an increase of that in the future, if that makes sense. So let's discuss the areas where your scores were low. So, in regards to the concern scale, you must increase your awareness of imminent and intermediate development tasks. So, in other words, you must try to be more curious and choosing to be more aware of how satisfying job choices are made and having a sense of control over your future career decisions. So, I mean, it's wise to seek advice from credible sources, but ultimately, you must have that understanding that you are your own expert and that you ultimately are going to be making these decisions. Does that make sense?
so far.
Okay. And for the curiosity scale, you must develop an interest in exploring the future and exploring future careers and learn information seeking behaviors and also try to investigate just appealing occupations. And for the confidence scale, you must build your self esteem, increase decisional self efficacy, and you just connect your present behaviors um, to just your future goals. So that was the breakdown of uh, the interpretation of the scores, which were low, and interventions that can be taken in each department just for your progress. Now, I understand that it could be a little hazy and a little confusing, but we will be working on this together, and we will be working specifically in these areas. Like I said, concern, curiosity, and confidence, because just because your scores were low, just based on this test, does not mean that there's nothing that can be done about it. And we will be working towards your progress together. So at this point, are there any questions or any concerns about what I said or what I've explained to you?
My only concern would be the fact that I have low scores. I don't know. Um, I understand that we'll work together to improve them, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm concerned about being low on those three scales.
Okay. Um, that's completely understandable. That's completely understandable that you're concerned about the low scores that you received. However, it just means that we just need to develop your sense of curiosity in regards to your future, in regards to the career, in regards to career building, and we need to increase your concern, which ties in kind of with the curiosity, and we need to build in your confidence as well, which is primary because just based on the some of the questions, it seems as though you're not very confident in yourself and not very confident in your abilities, which definitely impacts you making decisions for your future career in that aspect. So we will be talking about it more in future sessions, and I will be providing resources for you on how this can be ameliorated. And we will be working together for your progress. Luckily, you still have some time. You're a young adult, and so this is why the career maturity inventory is very useful, because it lets us know now what we can do to better yourself later. Okay.
Fine, thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, and I will be stopping our session now, and then we will be moving on to something else and discussing what we're going to be doing for the next one. And thank you very much for your time, Carrie.
You're welcome. Thank you.